In the vast world of business, a fascinating concept emerged, the Icarus Paradox. Its name is inspired by the tragic tale of Icarus from ancient Greek mythology. Just as Icarus soared too close to the sun, leading to his own demise, this paradox delves into the rise and fall of successful organizations. Picture this. Companies experiencing great triumph suddenly face a devastating downfall. How could this happen? The Icarus Paradox reveals that the very elements that propelled them to success eventually became their undoing. These organizations achieved greatness by developing core competencies, strategies, and values that set them apart from their competitors. Their remarkable achievements and competitive advantage brought them to the pinnacle of their industry. However, their downfall began when they became overly reliant on their established strengths and resistant to change. It's a paradoxical situation. What initially fueled their success gradually transformed into their Achilles heel. Blinded by past accomplishments, these organizations failed to recognize the need for innovation and adaptation. They turned a blind eye to emerging trends, technological advancements, evolving customer preferences, and disruptive business models. As a result, they lost their competitive edge and struggled to stay relevant in a rapidly changing market. The Icarus Paradox serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of balance and continual renewal. Organizations must leverage their core competencies and past successes, but they must also remain agile, adaptable, and open to innovation. They need a long-term strategic vision and must constantly scan the external environment for potential threats and opportunities. Embracing change becomes essential to avoid the pitfalls of this paradox. By understanding and addressing the Icarus Paradox, organizations can strive for sustainable success. They foster a culture of innovation, embrace diversity, invest in research and development, collaborate with external partners, and empower their employees to drive change and adapt to the ever-evolving business landscape. This captivating journey through the Icarus Paradox teaches us a valuable lesson. It reminds us that complacency can be the greatest enemy of success. Only by remaining vigilant, open-minded, and willing to adapt can organizations overcome this paradox and secure their place in a dynamic and challenging business world. Once upon a time, Nokia was a household name and a leader in the mobile phone industry. With its durable handsets and iconic designs, Nokia dominated the market. But then the unthinkable happened. In the early days of mobile phones, Nokia was a pioneer. They were known for their innovative designs, robust build quality, and long battery life. Nokia phones were reliable and had a reputation for being nearly indestructible. They dominated the market with their simple yet functional feature phones like the Nokia 3310 and Nokia 5110, which became iconic symbols of the era. However, as technology advanced, smartphones emerged as the new trend and Nokia struggled to keep up with the changing landscape. They failed to anticipate the growing demand for smartphones, and their late entry into the smartphone market was a crucial misstep to compete in the smartphone market. Nokia made a strategic partnership with Microsoft in 2011 and adopted Windows Phone as their primary operating system, discontinuing their own operating system Symbian. However, this move was met with mixed reviews from consumers and developers as Windows Phone struggled to gain market share against iOS and Android, which had already established their dominance. Another factor that contributed to Nokia's decline was their lack of innovation. While competitors like Apple and Samsung continued to push the boundaries of smartphone technology with new features and designs, Nokia's smartphones failed to generate the same level of excitement and consumer interest. Their devices lacked the app ecosystem, customization options, and sleek designs that consumers were increasingly demanding. Furthermore, Nokia failed to understand and adapt to changing consumer preferences and market trends. They continued to focus on hardware while ignoring the growing demand for software and services. They were slow to adopt touchscreens, lacked a compelling ecosystem of apps, and failed to leverage the potential of mobile internet and mobile computing. Nokia also faced internal challenges, including organizational issues and leadership changes. There were clashes in vision and strategy, which caused delays in decision-making and execution. This resulted in missed opportunities and hindered Nokia's ability to respond effectively to market changes. As a result of these various challenges, Nokia's market share declined rapidly. In 2014, Microsoft acquired Nokia's Devices and Services division, marking the end of an era for the once dominant phone brand. The acquisition by Microsoft was a significant blow to Nokia's legacy in the mobile phone industry. Nokia's failure to adapt to the changing market dynamics, lack of innovation, inability to understand and respond to consumer preferences and internal challenges all contributed to their downfall. Despite Nokia's decline, their legacy in the mobile phone industry cannot be denied. They were pioneers in the early days of mobile phones and set the standard for durability and reliability. Nokia phones were a cultural phenomenon and had a lasting impact on popular culture. Nokia's downfall serves as a cautionary tale for companies in the ever-evolving tech industry. It highlights the importance of staying ahead of market trends, fostering innovation, understanding consumer preferences, and adapting to changing dynamics. It also underscores the significance of effective leadership and organizational agility in navigating the fast-paced technology landscape. In conclusion, Nokia's failure to hold onto the phone market was a result of various factors, including their late entry into the smartphone market, lack of innovation, inability to adapt to changing consumer preferences and internal challenges. It serves as a reminder that in the fast-paced world of technology, complacency can lead to downfall. Nokia's story is a testament to the ever-changing nature of the mobile phone industry and the need for continuous evolution and adaptation to stay relevant. And that's the story of Nokia's fall in the mobile phone industry. From being a pioneer in the early days of mobile phones to struggling to keep up with the changing market dynamics, Nokia's journey holds valuable lessons for businesses in the tech industry. Kodak was founded in the late 1880s, became a giant in the photography industry in the 1970s and filed for bankruptcy in 2012. For almost 100 years, Kodak was at the forefront of photography with dozens of innovations and inventions, making this art accessible to the consumer. Why was Kodak successful? You press the button, we do the rest, said George Eastman. First of all, George Eastman set out to democratize photography. Eastman believed in making photography available to everyone by changing the way people took photographs. With the development of his new and innovative Kodak camera, Eastman made it possible for anyone interested in photography to take great pictures. Throughout the following decades, innovations and inventions ensued which supported the company fulfill its founder's purpose. While Kodak's offer met its clients' needs, the business model of the Eastman Company brought in the cash. Kodak's business strategy followed the razor and blades business model, where one item is sold at a low price or given away for free in order to increase sales of a complementary good, such as consumable supplies. How it worked. The clients would take photos with the Kodak camera and then send the camera to the Kodak factory where the camera's film was developed and photos were printed. The company's core product was the film and printing photos, not the camera. Kodak's Kodachrome was the company's leading sales item. It was discontinued in 2006 after 74 years of production. In the 1980s, the photography industry was beginning to shift towards the digital. With Kodak inventing the digital camera, one would think that turning to digital would be the next logical thing for Kodak. The company jumped on the digital trend bandwagon, although it was a late adopter, while still selling analog cameras and film. Kodak developed a new business direction, printers. The company focused on the printing industry, building expensive printers and inexpensive ink, while its competitors were making money from selling expensive ink. As it turned out, digital cameras were not the biggest fish in the pond. Smartphones took the world by storm, and digital cameras producers saw their sales quickly spiraling down. People went from printing pictures to storing them on digital devices or sharing them online on social media platforms. Many years before Facebook, Kodak made a surprise business move and acquired a photo-sharing site called Ophoto in 2001. Unfortunately, instead of going the Instagram way, Kodak used Ophoto to try to get more people to print digital images. In 2012, when Kodak was filing for bankruptcy, Facebook was acquiring Instagram, the new hot photo-sharing social network, for $1 billion. Here are 3 reasons for Kodak's demise according to analysts. Number 1. Failed to reinvent itself. Scott D. Anthony in Kodak's downfall wasn't about technology, said that the right lessons from Kodak are subtle. Companies often see the disruptive forces affecting their industry. They frequently divert sufficient resources to participate in emerging markets. Their failure is usually an inability to truly embrace the new business models the disruptive change opens up. Kodak created a digital camera, invested in the technology, and even understood that photos would be shared online. Where they failed was in realizing that online photo sharing was the new business, not just a way to expand the printing business. Number 2, complacency. John Cotter in Barriers to Change, the real reason behind the Kodak downfall, said that the organization overflowed with complacency. I saw it, maybe in the late 1980s. Kodak was failing to keep up even before the digital revolution when Fuji started doing a better job with the old technology, the roll film business. With the complacency so rock solid, and no one at the top even devoting their priorities toward turning that problem into a huge urgency around a huge opportunity, of course they went nowhere. Number 3, lack of organizational agility. George Mendes, what went wrong at Eastman Kodak, said that Kodak's lack of strategic creativity led it to misinterpret the very line of work and type of industry that it was operating in, which was later devastated with a fundamental shift towards the digital age. Strategic problems were tackled through rigid means, and as mistakes in the manufacturing process were costly, and profitability was high, Kodak avoided risky decisions, and instead developed procedures and policies to maintain the quo. What can you learn from Kodak's demise? Number 1. Transform the way you view strategy, business models, and innovation management. Number 2. Be prepared to shift from protecting your company's competitive advantages to making change radical and revolutionary. Number 3. To avoid complacency, ensure that your innovators have a voice with enough volume to be heard, and listened to, at the top. Lastly, adopt agility as an organizational strategy for development. An example of a company that overcame the Icarus Paradox is IBM, International Business Machines Corporation. In the 1980s, IBM was a dominant player in the computer industry, particularly in mainframes. The company faced significant challenges in the 1990s when the rise of personal computers and client-server architecture disrupted the market. IBM's traditional mainframe business was under threat, and the company experienced a decline in financial performance. To overcome the Icarus Paradox and avoid a further downfall, IBM underwent a strategic transformation. The company recognized the need to adapt to the changing market dynamics and diversify its offerings. Under the leadership of CEO Louis V. Gerstner Jr., IBM implemented several key strategies. Number 1 is embracing open standards. IBM shifted from a closed, proprietary approach to an open standards model. They embraced industry standards like the Linux operating system and supported open-source software, enabling greater interoperability and collaboration with other players in the industry. Number 2 is focus on services and consulting. IBM recognized the growing importance of services in the IT industry and made a strategic shift towards becoming a provider of integrated solutions and consulting services. They invested in building their global services division, which helped clients with technology implementation, system integration, and IT consulting. Number 3 is investment in research and development. IBM increased its investment in research and development, R&D, to foster innovation. They focused on emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, cloud computing, and data analytics. IBM's research labs played a crucial role in developing groundbreaking technologies and solutions. Lastly, cultural transformation. IBM underwent a significant cultural transformation by encouraging a more entrepreneurial and innovative mindset within the organization. They encouraged employees to take risks, experiment, and embrace a growth-oriented mentality. Lego faced a crisis in the early 2000s due to increasing competition from digital gaming and entertainment. The company recognized the need for innovation and embarked on a strategic transformation. They embraced open innovation by collaborating with customers, enthusiasts, and developers to co-create new products. This approach led to the development of Lego Ideas, a platform that allows fans to submit their own designs. By leveraging external collaboration and fostering a culture of innovation, Lego regained its position as a leading toy company. In summary, the Icarus Paradox serves as a warning to successful organizations that their strengths can become their downfall if they become complacent and resistant to change. This has significant implications for innovation, as organizations risk losing their competitive edge and market relevance. To address the Icarus Paradox and promote innovation, several key insights emerge. Number 1. Cultivating a culture of innovation is vital. Encouraging creativity, risk-taking, and experimentation helps organizations adapt to challenges and seize opportunities. Number 2. Embracing diversity and inclusivity brings fresh perspectives that fuel innovation by challenging conventional thinking. Number 3. Organizations must have a strategic vision that anticipates future trends and disruptions, allowing them to proactively innovate and adapt. Number 4. Investing in research and development, as well as collaborating with external partners, brings new ideas, technologies, and resources to the innovation process. Number 5. Cross-functional collaboration and breaking down silos foster idea synthesis and holistic solutions. And lastly, providing resources, autonomy, and a learning mindset empowers employees to drive innovation and embrace change. Case studies of Kodak, Lego, Google, Amazon, and Procter & Gamble illustrate these insights. Kodak's failure to embrace digital imaging, Lego's successful transformation through open innovation, Google's 20% time policy, Amazon's continuous disruption, and P&G's open innovation strategy highlight the importance of proactive and adaptive approaches to innovation. By heeding the lessons of the Icarus Paradox and implementing these strategies, organizations can navigate the challenges of the ever-changing business landscape, remain agile and innovative, and secure long-term success.